Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Um, Elizabeth says, hello from hot Texas. You poor thing. I cannot even imagine. I do not envy you whatsoever. I am not a fan of the heat. You guys probably know that about me. I'm usually complaining about the heat. And yeah, it's hot. We got a hot heat wave coming through and it's not fun. Not fun for me. Oh my gosh, how are you guys? I know I was live last week, but I feel like I haven't been live in a long time. So I don't know. It's just been crazy, guys. My life is just a whirlwind of craziness and I'm just, keeping myself together as best I can. All right. Well, I have an amazing bundle to show you guys today. I'm going to be showing you my in color projects for June featuring the Attention Shoppers bundle. So if, for those of you who aren't familiar with In Color Club, it's this really fun club I get to do every year with the new In Colors. And basically, it's just a fun way for my customers to collect the new In Color products each month at an affordable price and also get some fun projects and inspiration along the way because I send them 2 projects to do along with all of their new goodies. And then, of course, I give you special thank you goodies as well as the project. So, DSP and glitter paper and embellishments and all kinds of fun stuff. So, and then for those of my customers who stick it out for all 5 months, they get this beautiful in color tumbler as a thank you gift. And it has all 5 in colors featured in it, and it has personalized with your name. So I'm excited to be able to gift my customers that do in color club with me all 5 months that special gift. So like I said, June's feature is Attention Shoppers, and I can tell you what next month's feature is going to be. It is going to be, this is just like my new favorite bundle. It's called Layers of Beauty. It has a stamp set, the dies, and the masks. And you guys, I featured this set during my catalog launch, and everybody was so pleasantly surprised. They absolutely love this bundle. So I think my customers are going to love it. It's going to be so fun to use those beautiful in colors using that bundle of products. So we're gonna do my in color projects today. So if you're doing my in color club, you're getting the supplies to make these, and then you can just follow along with my video. Figure I can kill 2 birds with one stone, and you guys can watch this video as a replay. Plus, you get the PDF tutorial with the pictures and all the stuff cut and ready for you. So you guys have seen this. This is not a new idea. This is not a new project. I have done this version of a gift card or a gift bag pop-up card in the past. And so, of course, you knew that with Attention Shoppers, you got to do the gift bag pop-up, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. This is super, super easy. There's all kinds of different versions out there, but this is just a really cute, great way to give a gift card. You can slip a gift card in there or money. And I just love the treat yourself sentiment. I think it's so appropriate for giving a gift card. So this is featuring Shy Shamrock. There are 5 in colors, as you guys know. Shy Shamrock is just the color that I used for my example this month. But my in color club people, they all get a different color every month, and it's a surprise to them which one they're going to get. And so I have a whole variety of different colors going out this month. So lots of fun. I always like it when they get to see like, oh, what color am I getting this month? It just is really fun. And this is another, it's really a really, really easy version of these fun step up cards. I have never come across this kind of faux step up. Like, this is just the coolest thing, you guys. You're going to freak out and see how easy it is. I cased this from a gal. I have her video saved, so afterwards I will put her name in the comment with her video. I cased her almost exactly. I changed up what was on the shelf. I changed up what was in the basket. And I also changed up, she had another panel back here with some additional, like she had like a watering can and rain boots and like gardening stuff. And it was like similar to the front with the shelves, but it was on the back as well. So she made it into like a little shopping experience, like a little shopping cart in a store with shelves of things to buy. And I thought that was so cute. I kept it to just this one stamp set, but you'll have to check hers out because she used, I think there's a set that has the boots and the watering can and things like that. And so she made it more of a gardening thing, which was super cute. And then of course we have this panel in the back for your sentiment and your, put your name and all that. Super cute, really easy to do. I'm going to show you guys that. So these are the two projects for today. So sit back with your favorite beverage and enjoy. Make sure you do the hashtag comment, hashtag attention shoppers. That's the name of this bundle. All one word, hashtag attention shoppers. And I'm going to give away my handmade cards. I'm going to give away someone both of my handmade cards as a gift for one lucky person when I draw your name. So again, make sure you do that comment. Make sure that you have gone to, let me just reiterate this. I know I say it every once in a while, but if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you go to streamyard.com/Facebook on your, just, it's like a web, like a www dot kind of a thing. Go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard permission to see your name on Facebook. I think that's important if you want to be entered into the drawing. So make sure you do that, okay? StreamYard.com/Facebook and just give them permission. The other thing that I would ask you to do is please hit share and share this video with other friends so that we can all watch together and people who like to craft can join us, okay? Thank you, Carla. Thank you, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, and I'll try my best to keep an eye on the comments for you guys. So I just want to show you, there's lots of fun dies in here. You can die cut pretty much every single thing here. You've got the cake and the drink and the plant and the flowers in the bag, which are just super cute. And then you can also make your own little personal shopping cart, which is super fun. You can't not, right? You just can't not. And then you can also stamp it if you wanted. So you have lots of fun options and then really great sentiments to go along with it. I'm in love with the font. I love this font. I have yet to use this one, but I think shopping is always a good idea. It is a really, really cute one. Okay, so let's go ahead. So my in color people, you guys, when you get your kits, they went in the mail yesterday. You'll be able, excuse me, to watch this replay and make this card or make these projects. So I'm going to start with our fun little kind of monochromatic pop-up with our gift bag inside. Okay, this is super easy, super fun. When you see it come together, it's going to make so much sense. Like I said, if you want the measurements and tutorial, you got to join In Color Club. That's how you get it. Or you join my team and everybody gets that for free as well. Though they have to be on me about remembering to post those tutorials because I'm so bad. So bad. Okay, so supplies, again, all gonna be in your pack, in your kit, but let's go over some of the measurements here. Actually, I'm gonna pause. I'm not gonna do the inside piece stuff yet. I think what I'm gonna do is we'll decorate the front. We'll get kind of comfy and cozy, get a little warmed up, and then we'll go into the inside of the card, okay? So let's, I just want to make sure I have the right one. Okay. All right. So the rest of this is going to be the outside of our card. And I'm going to change it up a little bit because you know how I am. I did stripes for my background pieces. I think I'm going to do the backside of these just because I love that kind of greenery foliage and just switch it up. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do both patterns. Who knows? You never know with me. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is get the matching in color ink for our card base. So I've got Shy Shamrock as my featuring color this month, this green. And I'm going to put my little, why am I so froggy? I need water or something. I'm going to put my little shopping bag, my little gift bag. I love it with the paper coming out of it. I'm going to put that on a block. And we are just going to stamp all around this at random. Oh, by the way, guys, look. I have my Stampin' Up! Mat, my little glass mat. I love it. It's smaller than the Tim Holtz one I had before, but I actually prefer the smaller size. Hi, Terry. I do see you today. Thanks for checking. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. And so yeah, so we're just gonna stamp this. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. I'm like a little squirrel. Um, but we're just gonna stamp our little packages all around at random. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just be careful you don't smudge all over the place. Okay. Woo. That last one, a little bit scary, but it's okay. I'm gonna ignore it. All right, I'm gonna clean off that little mark. It's kind of easy to see it on the white. That's cool. Okay, so all we did was just kind of go down at an angle and stamp our shopping bags from the upper right to the lower left. And that's going to be our little background. Super easy to make a little background like that. Super cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our little strips of DSP. So these pieces of DSP are at 1.5 inches by 3.5. And I was thinking, rather than the stripes, I want to do just just the backside of these because I think it's so pretty. Like something like that, maybe. And I don't want it to be like uniform. I want it to be kind of random. Intentionally random? Is that a thing? It's kind of weird. You can do the stripe side. You can do the leafy side, whatever it is, floral side. But I like to have variety. I like to see what one way looks better than the other way. Now we're going to have a comparison, which is cool. Okay, so see the difference? We got two different kind of patterns. It's just the back side of that same paper. All right, so now we're gonna have, so we have this little stitch circle. This is from Spotlight on Nature, my new favorite dies. It's the best. And I've also die cut my little shopping cart. Now you can see here on the back, I put adhesive sheet. So they are sticky on the back, which is so great when you're trying to stick it down and you have all these thin lines. You don't have to worry about the glue because it's already sticky on the back. So adhesive sheets, if you don't own them, add them to your cart, please, because they're fantastic. And I don't know how I ever lived so long without them. I'm spoiled now. Okay, so we're gonna make the little things that go inside of our shopping cart because we're gonna need that before we kind of glue everything down. So I've got these 3 pieces here to put make the stuff that I want to put in my shopping cart. And I kind of did a combination, if you will, of like color on color, right? So green cardstock with green ink. I did, white flowers so I could color them with the green wrap around the flowers. I did DSP for the bag and fussy cut that around the white tissue paper. So again, like that's going to take more work than just stamping and coloring, but it's kind of fun to mix it up. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So we're going to take the bottle and we're going to take the flowers. Now, if you don't drink alcohol and you're like, oh, that looks like champagne, it can also be sparkling apple cider. I had this conversation with my girlfriends the other day that my children love sparkling apple cider, and they would probably think this is a bottle of that before they think it's a bottle of wine or whatever. But, you know, wine's good too. I never turned down some good wine. Okay, so we got our bottle, our flowers, and our bag. So again, I'm keeping everything as monochromatic as possible. That's a hard word to say. And I'm going to stamp my items in green on the green cardstock. So my bottle is going to be green on green. So I'm just going to stamp that right there on the cardstock. And then my flowers, I'm going to stamp it twice. I'm going to do once on the green cardstock and once on the white cardstock because I want my flowers to be purple or pink or whatever color I want. But they can't, I could try and color over that, but it's going to be muddy. I want to color them here. So we'll kind of do some fussy cutting and stuff to get what we want. Okay. And then we're going to take our bag and we're going to stamp it once in the white so that we have our white tissue. And then we can do our DSP to get our second version. Now, I was thinking about getting the floral side rather than the stripe side. Maybe I'll do straight up and down stripes this time. Okay, so now I've got my bag stamped. All right, so that's all the stamping. Now we're gonna color and cut. So let me get my little baby wipe here and clean off my stamps. This is the cutest set, and it's so funny. A lot of these sets that I have fallen in love with have really taken me some time to fall in love with them. When I saw this set in the catalog, I didn't love it. I didn't need it. But when I saw it demonstrated at Onstage, someone made the cutest cards with it. Onstage is a Stampin' Up! Conference that I attended in March, and we got to see all the new, fun, exciting things in the catalog. And so once I saw the demonstration, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I have to have this." So, hi, CJ, welcome. Okay, so I colored my handle in so it looks a little bit more like a handle and a little less like DSP. You can almost not see the stripes. If you don't look too hard, the stripes are kind of disappearing as the ink is going on. So that's great. That's what I want to see. So I've colored that. Now, the other thing I did with my bottle is I went in and just kind of added green details to the bottle. And I just kind of colored in different areas. But I left the majority of it just green. Okay. And then for the flowers, I'm just going to leave the wrap as green. Okay. Now we're going to come over here to our flowers on the white cardstock. I'm going to fill in the background of the flowers in the green, in the Shy Shamrock. It's hard to kind of sometimes tell what's a petal and what's a flower, but I'm just going to do my best to fill in those areas. Okay. And then we're going to choose a color for our flowers. I'm picking Petunia Pop. I like Petunia Pop. And we're just going to fill in. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of them in dark Petunia Pop and some of them in light Petunia Pop so that we have a variation in color. So I'm going to do 3 and 3, I think. So there's 3 dark. And now we're going to do 3 light. And we'll see if there's even really that much of a difference. Yeah, I'm thinking there's not going to be much of a difference here. It's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit, but not crazy. Not a crazy difference. You guys are probably like, looks the same to me. It's not focusing, but yeah, that's what we got. Okay, so now we're going to die cut these, and then I'm going to do some additional fussy cutting. So we're going to get our flowers and our bouquet. And like I said, for my In Color Club people, I already cut out the shopping cart for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and bring our machine in here. Let's see how the machine's going to do on my glass mat. Makes me nervous, but I used it on my other one, so it should be fine. Okay, let's see. Ooh, it's close up for you guys, but that's all right. Don't look too close at my dirty my dirty plate. This plate is wonderful. It doesn't warp on me. It stays nice and flat. And so I've continued to use it, and it's done a great job for me. So until it starts to warp on me, then we'll have to have a talk. Okay, where's my rainbow washi tape? My desk is getting so, oh, it's right in front of my face. My desk is getting so messy that I can't find anything anymore. And that's a sign. That's a sign when I usually have to invite my sister to help get my hoarder tendencies in order. I feel like, I don't know what my deal is, but I'm always struggling. Let's see if I can get this to stay. I'm always struggling with where to put things. And so things just start to pile up in piles that I'm like, I guess I'll figure it out later. And then I go and I move it from a pile to another pile and it doesn't go anywhere. I do feel like I'm kind of burying myself alive in piles within my craft room, and I hate it. Yes, I think you're right, Terry. When the ink starts to dry on those blends, I think the flower variation and color is going to be a little bit more obvious. And I think it's already happening. Look at that. I know it's not focusing, but look, lighter and darker are very, very cute. Okay, so I cut my bottle, I cut my bag. So now we got to cut these ones out as well. So we're going to do we're going to do the bouquet of flowers one more time. And the bag right over here. And I need to get another piece of washi tape. Move this in so you guys can see what I'm doing. We got to get this lined up. Look at that magnet, just pulling it wherever which way it wants to go. Okay. Terry's like, I know those piles. I have them too. I think a lot of people do. It's not just me. I know. It's a crafting thing. We're collectors of all things awesome. And then the collections just take over. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and assess the damage here and see what we got going on. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do some fussy cutting and kind of combine some of these images together. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my pattern paper and I'm just going to cut off everything above the handle so that I can have the white tissue paper showing over the top. Okay, so now I've got my bag, and then I'm also going to just take my little piercing mat here, and I'm just going to use my scissors just to kind of cut. I could use an X-Acto knife too, which might be better. Let's see. Come here, X-Acto knife. I'm always afraid of this blade, like I'm going to cut myself. Woo. Cut that out. All right. It's not the prettiest thing I've ever seen, but it will do. So I cut out the little opening in the middle of the handle. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue the patterned paper over top of the white piece, and we've got white tissue in the back. Isn't that cute? I mean, it's, it's nothing amazing, but it's cool what a little extra time will take, and then you can kind of get these stepped up versions. So if you don't like coloring, if you're not a fan of coloring, but you don't mind doing this, you could have this and not have to color. So just an option. Okay, so now we're going to take our solid green base and we're going to cut the flowers off. So we're just going to cut around like bye flower. Just try to stay right on the line. Don't actually leave a gap this time because we're going to go right up to the flower here. So it looks like it's one cohesive, solid, almost like you colored it. But we didn't. It's just solid cardstock. Don't tell anyone though. It's our secret. Okay, so now I've got this little weird looking thing, and it's actually going to go right over the top of my flowers. Look at that. And you'll just line it up, and now you've got this cute bouquet with like a little green wrap around it. And I thought about cutting off I guess I should maybe. You can decide to cut off the bottom stem so it's just the wrap, or you can just keep it all together. I think this time I'm going to try cutting off the bottom. That way it is truly just the wrap, and so the stems look like the flowers. But it really doesn't matter either way, because I'm pretty sure this is all going to be covered up by the basket and the sign, but it just depends on where you lay it. So we just want to make the white kind of disappear behind the I think I I may have trimmed that down a little too short. That's weird. Or maybe I just went up a little too high. I don't know what I did, but that's okay. So there's our little bouquet. Oh, so cute. And then our bag, not basket. I kept trying to say basket. Okay. Well, let's put our little basket together on our circle here. So you're going to kind of decide what's going to be in front, how tall it's going to be. This is dry fit. This is a dry fit test, guys. Don't be trying to glue things down until you know what the heck you want and how deep it's going to be in the basket and where things are going to lie. You know, just, I always try to do a dry run first. Wow. My fingers are so sticky that I just dumped everything off the circle. I definitely want my flowers to be in the middle or in the front, I guess I should say. And my basket, my bottle. Maybe I can stand my bottle up a little bit. That. We're just going to kind of layer it. Like that, maybe. Put our basket. Because this does need some height for it. Something like that. That looks good. Okay, so once I'm happy with it, I can start to kind of lay down the different. Don't mind me as I try to open my glue with my mouth. Lay down the different layers. Now you can use glue dots, you can use liquid glue. I'm trying to kind of hold things down as I glue layers down. So I'm gonna do the best that I can here. That. And then this guy is gonna go over the center of that. And then this is great because I've got that adhesive on the back side. So just peel off the backing and stick your shopping cart down over top. Look at that. So easy. It's never been easier. Okay, we'll do the same thing with the bottom. Just line that up with the bottom of your basket. Come on, don't be difficult. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, there's our basket. And then we're going to stick that on with dimensionals. Can you guys believe we're in the last week of June already? I am in complete shock. I can't believe it. Just crazy craziness. All right, so we'll put our little shopping cart here in the center of our card. Cute. So we can see the difference, decide what we like, stripes versus leaves. This one looks a lot busier. I'm almost thinking, oh, it's pretty busy, but I kind of like both. Okay. Now I have this little strip here that I'm going to do the happy birthday on. So I'm just going to get my little happy birthday sentiment and get a block. There we go. Just what I need. Okay, so let's ink this up. Last day of school. He's still in school? That's crazy. I thought our school district was the last one to go out. He must start later in the year, I'm guessing. Yeah, I like the stripes too, Jeanne. But you know, I wouldn't have known that unless I had tried it the other way too. You know? I'm a visual person. I have to see it to know whether I'm going to like it or not. And so I'm glad that I have the different versions so that I can make that educated decision. I need options. I need to see the options. Okay, so there's the front, guys. Done. Super cute. Loving the monochromatic. All right, so we're gonna make the bag on the inside super easy, you guys. You're gonna love this. Watch. Okay, and the measurements are easy too. So you know how this designer series paper comes in 6x6 pieces? Cut that in half at 3. So 3, and then cut a 1/2 inch off the side. So 5.5 by 3. You need 2 pieces of that. And then we're gonna do 2 score lines. Well, no, I lied. We're gonna do a couple of different score lines. So here's what we're gonna do. So the first score line is going to be at 1/2 inch and 1 and 5. So 1/2 inch, 1 and 5. And then you're going to turn it to the side and you're going to score it at 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so I've got this score, this, and we're going to do a little zigzag here because we want the bags to fold in on itself. So we've got this end and then we've got this end. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right here. And then we're going to do that again on this one. And you just want them to both be the same. So, see, I think I did this one wrong. Let me fix that. No. Score. Yeah, I did it wrong. I did it opposite. You want them to be the same. You want them to match. What I accidentally did is I only scored it once on this side and twice on this side. So what I'm going to do to fix that is I'm going to score. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Over here should only be the 1/2 inch score line. So at 5, right? 1/2 inch. And then I needed to score at 3/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one score line right here and I'm going to blend it out. It'll make sense here in a second. I just accidentally got carried away and wait, yeah. So I'm just going to rub out that second score line. You won't even be able to tell because I should have only done the one score line on this end and it'll be okay. So we're going to fold here. We're going to fold and fold here. And that's what we're going to do. So it's going to look like this at the top. Now I've got 2 that match like that. Okay. Now we are going to attach these together. So think of this as a bag. So it's going to be like this and like this. So that means that I need to have adhesive here and I need to have adhesive here so that these two can be glued together. So I'm going to take a little liquid glue. And a little bit here. And I'm going to glue these two together right up to the score line. So they're lined up just like that. Okay, so now they're connected. So, and then we have this bottom fold all along the bottom, that 3/8 of an inch score line. And so what we're going to do, and I know it's hard to see, I guess it's easier to see on this side, but what we're going to do is we're going to cut out these center squares or rectangles or whatever they are, but we're going to cut out this section back down here. So see, we've got this opening here, and we're also going to cut out these little corner pieces down here on both sides. So there, and oh, these ones both need to be cut out because they're both the end. And there, okay? So that's what it's going to look like that. All right, now before we get any further, we need to put handles on this bad boy. So the handles are going to be in the center of the bag. So I'm actually going to put I'm going to fold one side in because it's attached. I'm going to fold it down like this so that it's flat, because when I get this side folded in and glued, which I'm not going to do yet, but I'm going to get these sides folded in, that's going to be the closed bag. So we want those handles up here. So I'm going to eyeball it, and if that hurts you in any way, just look away for this part and pretend in your happy mind that I'm using a ruler and I'm marking it, but I'm not going to do that. So, but we can pretend. Okay, So I've made 2 holes along the top. Those are gonna be my handle holes. So now I'm gonna open this back up, and now I'm gonna take my ribbon and I'm going to string it through the inside opening out to the back or to the front. I guess this is gonna be the outside. And then I'm gonna string it back through the other hole. And I'm just gonna make a tiny loop. Oop. Don't pull it all the way through like me. You don't need a big loop. You don't want the handles to be seen past the when the card is being closed. So you just want a little handle. It doesn't have, it's just for show. It's just for show, guys. This is a cute little handle size. So we're gonna cut this down. Okay, don't do anything with it yet. We're gonna go over and do the same thing on the other side. We have matching handles on both sides. This is that in color ribbon. Remember, we're doing a monochromatic, so everything's got to be in this Shy Shamrock color, which I love. I love Shy Shamrock. Okay. And then we're just, you know, kind of eyeballing, making sure that, yeah, that looks like they're about the same height. That should be good. We're going to trim these down because they're way too long. Maybe. Okay. Now, I am going to take these 2 scraps of DSP and I'm going to adhere them over the top of the handles on the insides, and that's going to hold that there forever. And it's never going to go anywhere. It's going to stay put for all its life. You could do the stripes if you want the stripes. I think I'm going to do the stripe side just so that it blends in and you'll never know what I did. Whoever I give it to will be like, wow, how did she get those handles hidden so well? And I'm going to be like, magic. Okay, let's do it over here. Shoot. Did you blink? Because they're gone. Amanda says, look away. You have snow? What? How do you have snow? What are you talking about? Where are you? I'm so confused. How do you have snow? It's way too freaking hot to have snow. Okay. All right, so there's our little bag. Look at how cute it's becoming. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna glue the remaining side together, the 2 ends. So this little flap, the short flap here. All right, glue, come on. Glue. It's got a little booger. Hang on, let me get the booger out. See if I can't get this darn thing to. There we go. So it just needs a little attention sometimes. Gets a little stopped up. Okay, so glue these 2 sides together. Carefully. Try not to get liquid glue everywhere. And the most important thing is that it lays flat. Doesn't have to be perfectly flush. Promise you, mine's not flush, but it's gonna be just fine. You can see there's a little bit of an overlap when it folds down. See how it's like one side is a little bit over the other. It doesn't matter. You're not going to see that. When you open the card and you see an open bag, you're not going to be able to tell. Okay. All right. So now we've got our little bag put together. Look at that. So cute. Now we're going to put this on the inside of our card. So take your tear and tape. I recommend tear and tape for this step. I know if you don't like tear and tape, you could do like Seal Plus. But tear and tape for this step, I think is better than liquid glue. I think with liquid glue, you're asking for trouble. Okay, so I put tear and tape along the 2 bottom flaps. Okay, we're gonna peel off the backing like that. Take our card. Here's our card. We're gonna open it and, excuse me, we're going to adhere this down to the center of our card base. Okay, so I'm sticking one side down. I'm right up to, but not touching the fold in the center of the card. Okay, so I've got it down, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to stick it down. And oh my gosh, you guys, we just made a bag. It's gonna be so cute. Look, the bag opens. It's so cute. Isn't that the most clever thing ever? I love it. And of course, what is a bag without tissue paper sticking out the back of it or out the top of it? So you can take your little, I cut a little bit of tissue and we're just gonna stick that inside there. And then you can put your little gift card. Ah, so cute. I gotta stuff this down a little bit just so that it doesn't go past the side of the card. And there you go. There's our bag. All that's left is to do the inside sentiment, right? We want treat yourself or just for you or shopping's always a good idea or whatever the sentiment is that you want to use. But I love treat yourself. But maybe I'll do this one, because I am changing things up. And let's go ahead and do that now. I'll just continue to change things up. Stamp that in our ink color. And I made this, now if you wanted a regular like 4 by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock in here, you would need to do that before you glue down the bag, obviously, right? Because the bag's gonna go over. So I just made a smaller rectangle piece so that it didn't interfere with the bag. It doesn't matter either way, whichever way you want to do it, but this is just kind of how I opted to do it. Never mind the fact that I probably glued my bag in first and realized, oh crap. Oh crap, it's not big enough to hold a card. Or not a card, but a sentiment piece. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then I have a little bit of these embellishments, these matte dots that you can add to your card for a little pop. Cute, cute. Super fun. I love these. And like I said, all you need is a 6x6 piece of DSP to make this happen. And it's just such a cool wow factor. Such a fun way to package a gift card. So go do this. Go do this. And I think like it could be for a guy too, right? It could just be some bottles. It could be a gift bag. Guys get gifts too and gift bags. You don't have, it doesn't have to be a feminine card. Maybe take out the flowers and just do some bottles or, put, I don't know, a gaming controller or something else in the basket, whatever will make your person happy. And then have a gift bag on the inside with a gift card. That's just super cool. Okay, card 1 done. Let's do card 2, which is going to require a lot more pieces and parts, but it's so cool. And like I said, it's kind of this faux step up card. And it's just really, really cool, really easy to do. All right, so here's the pieces you need for this one. Let's start with the base and then we'll do all the decorating. So the base is a piece of 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. It's scored at 3/4 of an inch, 1 1/2, and then I believe this one is 3 1/2. Let me double check. Oops, gotta go this way. Yep, 3 1/2. I was right. So 3/4, 1 1/2, and 3 1/2. Pretty easy. So this is our base, right? So this is that mountain valley mountain fold. So if I turned my card over sideways, it would look the same. That's our base, okay? Now, we have so there should be 3 pieces of DSP for the base. So we're going to glue those in. Now you don't have to worry about putting a piece of DSP on this back side of this first fold because it's not seen. It's literally facing the back of the card and nobody's going to see it. When this card is open and standing, you can't see the back side of it. See, you can't see the back side of it. When it's laying flat, you can't see the back side of it. So no point in having it. What's really fun about this card, because it's made to look kind of like a shopping, like a store, is that you can put whatever you want on these shelves. Again, it can be customized to the person you're giving the card to. So if they like, I don't know, perfume and makeup and stuff, you could do If you have a set that has makeup and perfume and little bottles, you could do Halloween, right? If they like magical potions, if like they have their inner witch, right? It could be a pet store and have a bunch of cute puppies and kitties. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. Just get creative, and I just love the idea of making this into like a little shopping experience. Little shelves. Now, I know technically you can't see the back side when the card's open, but when you turn it over and you're reading the sentiment, you do have the back side here showing. So just putting that out there. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You've got your 3 pieces of DSP glued down. These 2 pieces measure 2 7/8. No, sorry. 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. And then this other one, the smaller one, is 5/8 by 5 3/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the panel itself. Okay, 1 7/8 by 5 3/8, and this one is 5/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, now let's do the fun little pop-up panel pieces, if you will. This one measures 3 inches by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. This one is 2 inches by 7, and it's scored at 3.5. Okay, so 2 different panels. And then we've got a matted piece of basic black and basic white to go on the front. And oh, I've shorted you guys a piece of basic black. I apologize. I just realized I don't have the second piece of basic black to go around the back side. But you'll want to have a matted piece of basic black. Now this piece of basic black, since I have to cut myself another one, 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. So you need to cut yourself one of those. Sorry. Okay, let me cut that real quickly here. 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, which makes the piece of basic white 2 1/4 by 4. 2 3/4 by 4, sorry. All right, so let's do the stamping. This one doesn't have any stamping, so we can just glue it down. Like if I can find my glue. There's no stamping on this piece. So I kind of like to get those pieces out of the way, usually. I like to get that stamping done and then just glue down the things that don't need to be stamped or dealt with. And that's just kind of how my brain works. Like, do the easy stuff first, get it out of the way, and then we'll do the hard stuff. Okay, so there's that. So now these 2 pieces need to get stamped. One of them needs to get stamped with the sentiment for the back, these 2 pieces here. So I'm going to do treat yourself, because I like that sentiment. Treat yourself. It always makes me think of Parks and Recreation. Have you guys seen that movie or that show? One of my favorites. My spirit animal, Ron Swanson. Love him. Treat yourself. Okay, and then for the front, I'm going to leave my ink pad out because for the front, I'm going to do a little bit of blending to get this kind of soft green background, just as an accent color. So I'm going to dab a little bit of ink onto my blending brush, and then I'm just going to kind of brush off that first harsh color there, and then I'm just going to go lightly from the corner. And I'm just going to add a little bit of green. And you can stop when you're happy with it. I think that's good. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to stamp happy birthday at the bottom of this panel here. Just like that. Happy birthday. So let's go ahead and do that with Memento Black. Oh, and I think I meant to stamp that in black, actually. So I'm going to turn it over and stamp it again. I just think the black, oh, I already got ink on it. I think the black makes the green pop. So that's kind of why we went black here. So let me clean this off and let's stamp it again in black on the back side. There we go. Okay. Treat yourself. So we can glue these down now that we've finished stamping them. Such a pretty green, you guys. This is just such a pretty green. I love it. It's softer than Call Me Clover. You know, Call Me Clover was a really nice green. But Shy Shamrock is a softer version. It's not as bright. Call Me Clover was a great bright green. Shy Shamrock is like its quieter sibling. Okay, so this front panel gets glued to one side. Like so. And then the back panel gets glued to the back side. Like so. Super cute, right? Easy to do, easy to follow. We're following along so far. Okay. All right, so now we've got all the little pieces and parts. So we've got to stamp and color quite a bit of things here, depending on what you want on featured on your card. So I'm going to lay this down here so you guys can see all of the things. Like I did 4 bottles. I did 2 plants. I did a pot of the plant and the flowers of the bouquet over here. So you can kind of combine and do that. I've got a bouquet and a bag. So it's a lot of stamping. And we're going to do it all in Memento black ink. If I can find my ink pad, because I literally had it 2 seconds ago in my hand. There we go. So 4 bottles. And that's why I give you a nice big piece of scrap to get all these images in here. So there's 4 bottles, 1 gift bag, um, 2 bouquets, and then 3 plants. So let's get the plants. I like the plant. I think it's cute. I think the plant is adorable. The little cutie patootie. So we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then now it's time to color. This one is a color heavy card. I like to color and I think it's pretty when it's colored, and so you'll have to bear with me here. Okay, so let's make sure I've got Shy Shamrock and not I can hardly barely tell the difference between the blue and the green. Like the light summer splash. Oh, it's just, I know it's not the same color, and when they're held up together, it doesn't appear to be, but man, they're so close in my eyes. Okay, so I do have a light smoky slate with me because I did add some grays and greens, and then I did pink for the flowers. So I did gray bottles with green accents. You get to color these however you want, but this is just how I did it. So that's completely up to you. I left the circle in the center of the bottles white on all of them, but you could change it up. You could add different colors. You can make them all one color. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Okay, so those are the gray bottles. Now the other gray piece I did were the plant pots. So I did the top and bottom of each plant pot I did in the gray. And then I did the stripe in the center as the in color. So, but that again is up to you. Raise your hand if you're a plant mama. Raise your hand if there are more often than not plants in your shopping cart. Give me a little raise your hand emoji. Because I know you're out there. I know you exist. I wish. I love plants with all my heart. I love greenery. I love plants. But I kill plants. And I don't know what I'm missing. What gene am I missing? What is wrong with me that I cannot keep plants alive? Because I do love them. I love the way they look. I feel like my house is too like dark and dreary for a plant to survive. I don't feel like I have any places in my house that have like direct sunlight to help plants thrive. Um, I don't know. It's sad because I love plants, but I'm a murderer of plants. I'm like, oh, I should probably finish that sentence. Did I? No, this is light. So I'm just filling in my plants with Shy Shamrock, and then I will also color my bag Shy Shamrock and my bottle. Like again, that's my colors, the Shy Shamrock for these in color cards. So that's just going to be the base color for a lot of this. Let me see how many hands I got. I only got 2 hands. I only got 2 hands. So not a lot of green thumbs. I guess it must be a very particular set of skills that not a lot of us have. And we should appreciate those that have those skills that can keep plants alive. It's funny. My daughter is one of them. She is so good about plants. Well, I don't know. I take that back because succulents, do they count? Because I feel like out of all the plants, they're the easiest to care for. Though I will tell you, I don't even want to tell you how many aloe vera plants I've killed. You know who I know is a plant person because I've seen her plants is my grandma Kim. She has like a whole room dedicated to plants. And she sent me home with plants, and I was so proud because they were aloe vera. I'm keeping them alive and everything. And then I moved them, and I put them in this really cute container, and they are I don't know. I'm in denial that they're dead, but it's probably I don't know. I'm sad. I try. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm probably overwatering or underwatering, but I I I don't want to give up, but I'm like I want to give up, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm looking for my it's weird. I have a marker missing. I don't have my other pretty in pink. Strange. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere in this mess. I'm just gonna color in my flowers real quick with this pretty in pink color. Get my little pink flowers on. I think pretty in pink and calm and Shy Shamrock are such pretty colors together. They're so cute. Now, if you don't have the die set for this, one, you're gonna miss out on the amazing shopping cart dies because those ones are just the coolest part, I think. You could fussy cut out all of these things and still have the sentiments, and that would be great. But you would not have the dice for the basket, the shopping basket. But you could fussy cut out all of these things. And I forgot the cap. I think I'm off camera. I apologize. Okay. All right. Time to cut these all out. And then we're going to assemble our basket. Okay. So let's get our dies again. We got all these dies. Got to get the plants. Probably get a lot of washi tape going here. Kim's like, I got more aloe. I know you do. I've seen your aloe room. Oh, Amanda says she has some, but her husband tends to them. See, that's what I need. I need a husband to tend to the plants that I love, that I keep killing. And again, I feel like I don't have like a big, bright, sunny room that they can be in. So then I feel bad, like I'm depriving my poor plants of beautiful, wonderful sunlight. I don't know. I guess my front room has pretty good, decent light sometimes, but it's a covered patio. So I don't know. And then it's like a whole wall of windows. So it's like, where do I put the plants? On stands next to the window? On little stands below the window? What do I do? Why is this so hard for me? Okay, so let's go ahead and die cut out a million thousand things. See, Donna says, your front light gets good light. Yes. Yes, but it's covered in chairs and tables. But yeah, no, I know. Maybe I'll get some little shelves that can be next to the windows, in between the windows on the wall, and then we can put some plants there or something. It's funny. My daughter's home from college for the summer, and I have this little, I don't know, it's like a cubby thing that my husband found on the side of the road. It's this white cubby, and it has a bunch of cubby things, and he thought, oh, she can use this for her crafting. And then of course I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to use this. I don't have any room, or what am I going to put in these little cubbies, because they're deep, right? It's not like I could put like punches or something in them. And but they're not big enough for like shoes, because I thought, oh, I could organize my shoes. But anyways, so she took it and she stood it up under, it fits right under the window in the front room, and she put it up under there, and of course she had to move the chair. She's like, don't put a chair here. And that now she has her plants there. I'm like, okay, that works, I guess. So maybe after I'm done being a Stampin' Up person, I'll be a plant person, and I'll turn my front room into is it an atrium? Is that what it's called? An atrium? Like a plant room, just like a room where you sit and talk to the plants. Maybe that will be the plant room. Like, move over, cards. The plants are taking over. My husband, he's like, can I have the front room back? I'm like, no. I have taken over so many spaces in this house, you guys. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Okay. Last one. That didn't take too long, or I was distracted. I don't know which one. Okay, so we got all our pieces and parts. Now we can assemble. Yay, yay. Okay. All right, so here's the OG, the original. Let's go ahead and do our basket here. Now I want to show you kind of how this was done here. And so you can see on this one, I cased this card from another demonstrator. It was her idea to do the black handle with the silver basket with the black wheels. So clever. I loved it. So in order to do that, we need to, once we cut out the silver basket, we need to cut off the handle here so that we can have a black handle. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going to cut that corner off. And this does have, I put an adhesive backing on it, I believe. Uh-oh, don't quote me. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that is going to stick to the front of our basic black basket. Now with the adhesive sheet, it's kind of, you know, once you stick it down, it's down. So it does make it a little bit harder, but okay, so there's our basket, right? So now we've got to fill our basket. And I think what I'm going to do, we'll do the dry fit, and then I'm going to peel the backing off of the basic black, and I'm going to stick it over front of the um, items to stick it down. And then I'm going to um, adhere it all down uh, to the card. I have no words. So I'm just kind of, so I'm going to do like a row back here. And then I'm going to do the flowers across the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to peel the backing off of the basic black. You know what I should have done now that I think about that? I should have used my silicone mat, because that way it won't stick. So let's try this again. So I've got my plant, my bottle, and my bag. Like that. Let me make sure. Okay. And then I've got my flowers like that. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to take the backing off. Okay, let's see if this will work for me. All right, fingers crossed. I'm going to stick this down over top. Ah! It moved. Okay, stop. Don't move. Okay. Stick that down. So there we go. Now all my pieces are stuck to the basket. Then I can flip it over and put dimensionals on the back. Now this doesn't have adhesive all over it. Because I didn't fit it to do so, I guess. I don't know. I just want to get this. Will it fit inside? Ooh. I stuck it between the two layers. It might not stick though, but let's use some mini dimensionals here and see if we can't get all of this to stick together. I'm going to stick a mini there and a mini right there to kind of hold those pieces down. I'm going to stick a mini right here on the wheel, see if I can't hide that mini. We might have to cut them, but I think that'll work. And then I'm going to use big dimensional so you guys can see I've got these minis placed just barely on the bottom, and then stick those dimensionals, kind of hold everything in place. Get off. Take the backing off. All right, time to stick this bad boy down. And voila, basket's down, for better or for worse. Okay, now we can do our shelves of product. Okay, so I've got all these pieces and parts. Now what we need to do is take one of our pots, and we need to take our second bouquet of flowers, and we need to trim these so that we just keep the flowers and get rid of this, and we're going to glue it to the top of our pot. So I'm just cutting around the flowers. Like that. And we're going to put this over top of our pot and we can cut all this off. We don't need it. I'm going to leave a little bit of it though, because then I have something to glue the flowers onto. like that. Cute. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the leafy top part of that, and then glue that to the top of it. And now we have a pot of flowers. Cute. Okay, so we have a plant, flowers, and 3 bottles. Now, I gave everybody a piece of, or strip of basic black. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these into 2 pieces and cut the corners at an angle to make it look like a shelf. Like so. Let's do that again. I just kind of want to make them the same size. Or close to. All right, so we've got our 2 shelves. And the bummer part is that the bottles are pretty tall. So we have to either keep our shelf pretty high or we have to overlap a little bit, which I don't mind overlapping, but see, this plant is pretty tall. Though we have some room to wiggle. So let's go ahead and glue this down. We're just going to go for it. Okay, so we're going to put this first one here. This is our first shelf. Glue our flowers on. Like that. Okay, just make sure I didn't get any glue over top. Perfect. And then we'll do our second shelf. Now the bottle, I'm okay with it overlapping slightly. So the bottle can be right about, there's the shelf level. See how I kind of have to talk to myself a little bit as I do these? Ay, ay, ay. And it's funny, when I'm by myself, I don't talk, guys. I do not talk to myself. Isn't that weird? But like, also when I'm going live, I can't have silence. Like, I have to talk. Okay. And then one more. Cute. Wine and flowers. Who could ask for more? Okay, let me show you guys how we put these on our card, and then it's going to be all done. It's going to be amazing. All right, super easy, this part. All you're going to do is take the front, and you're going to just put a line of adhesive right here down at the bottom. Okay, so that's the front. And you're going to glue it down to the bottom of the card. So make sure it's flush with the bottom, and make sure your glue does not go above that first score line, because you do not want glue here. You don't want any glue here. Okay. Now, with the card closed, so that's folded in like this, you want the back glued down to the back, and it should be flush. So when these 2 are closed, this should be flush. So you can use tear and tape or liquid glue, but you just want to put a little line of glue, just like we did in the front, down here. Okay. Perfect. So there you go. Now it's already acting. It's automatically acting like a pop-up card. Isn't that cool? Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to do the same exact thing with our second piece. Again, the front is going to be glued to the front of the card, flush with the bottom. And then the back is going to be glued down like so, flush with the bottom of the card. So cute. And then it stands like this. Isn't that awesome? I really love this card fold. It's so cool. And then of course I added some embellishments because, you know, gotta have a little bling. and you're all done. So cute. Wouldn't you just love getting a birthday card like this? And it fits a standard envelope. It is a standard envelope size. I will grab one right now and show you if I can grab the right size envelope. It fits inside a standard envelope. Adorable, right? Love it. I'm loving it. Okay, so that is our projects for today. Like I said, if you are in Color Club, you got these projects from me. They're in the mail to you with all of your goodies for this month. Now, I did want to say, and I will say this in my email to my customers, but the DSP, this stuff is on back order. Normally, I give you 4 sheets. I'm sorry, 5 sheets of each color, but I couldn't do that this time. So I'm going to owe you those sheets because they're on back order. But everything else I was able to get. I'm hoping next month I'll have that same luck because everything's been on back order. So it's a little scary. The markers are on back order. The paper's on back order. I keep checking every couple of days. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these. I cannot wait to play with the Layers of Beauty bundle next month with these colors. I'm just loving these in colors, and I hope you guys are too. So let's go ahead and draw a winner. Make sure everybody's done the hashtag attention shoppers, and we're gonna draw a winner for a set of these cards. You're gonna win a set of these cards from me as a thank you. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, we got 18 entries. So here we go. CJ! CJ, you're my winner. Congratulations. Yay, CJ. I'm going to stop sharing. CJ, all you need to do is private message me with your address, and then I can mail you your beautiful cards. Congrats. Thank you everybody again for watching. Have a safe and cool week. Hopefully you can stay in a cool place and stay in the AC. And just be careful if you're going to be out in the sun. And I will see you guys actually, yes, I will be able to see you guys next Sunday, hopefully. We've got plans for the 4th of July week, but Sunday should still be as planned. So we will see you guys then. Take care. Love you. Bye.